Hello, welcome. No, really, hi. Hello, good afternoon, welcome to the channel. My name's Mikey, and today I'm going to be doing something a bit different. Now, you normally know me for making silly edits, specifically with Gimme Gimme Gimme. Scream as well, I've done a few of those, and yeah, that's what I'm normally about, but today I'm doing something different. And now I want to just give you a quick heads up. This is my first ever time appearing on camera, so I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm sweating a bit, but yeah, just bear with me. If I stammer or appear to trail off a bit, it's nerves. Okay, so right, basically what I'm doing today is I'm going to be teaching you some Derby slang because I'm from Derby. Can't you tell by my accent? And yeah, I don't. There's not really a lot of it about out there. I've had a quick look. I've not seen many people doing Derby slang, so I thought I'd jump in today and do some of that because it's something I feel comfortable with. It's part of my everyday life. I'm not doing anything that involves acting or anyway. So yeah, for anybody that doesn't really know, Derby is a city in the Midlands. We're quite close to Nottingham, Leicester, and parts of Derbyshire border Sheffield, like Chesterfield, Dronfield. They border Sheffield. So yeah, I mean, some of the slang you're going to hear, you're probably going to look and go, well, they say that where I am. That's not Derby. And, you know, that's fair enough. We do obviously share slang with other parts of the country, just like everywhere else. So, just a heads up, not everything is going to be specific to where I'm from. So, you know, just don't think that I'm making it up because I'm not. Anyway, yeah, it's a funny one, really, because being Midlands, we're not northern, we're not southern, we're kind of just in the middle. So we have picked up bits from all over the place. I mean, Derby's got a great big long history. I'm not going into that because, well, I don't know it, to be honest. Um, but yeah, I kind of relate to more the northern side because again, we border places like Sheffield, the further north you go, and a lot of our slang does sound northern. In fact, a lot of people from Chesterfield, that kind of area, they sound like Yorkshire people. And in fact, talking of which, one of the channels I follow, the Yorkshire Man Reacts, my lovely friend Luke, he is the first to pick somebody up on northern stuff. He makes reactions, and if he reacts to a sitcom or anything where someone takes the mick out of anyone northern, he's the first to go, oh, right, do you know what? I'm not having that. No, let me tell thee something about northerners, right? Let me tell thee. And yeah, he trails off. So, so yeah. So we're kind of like that. So you're probably going to hear a few little bits that are quite northern. So, you know, we're not. We're not in the north, we're in the Midlands. But anyway, we're going to make a start now. And the first one I'm going to teach you is, it's probably the most common, and that is, "Hey up, me duck." And that is a greeting. It just means, "Hey up, pal, you alright?" And duck is our local term of endearment. Again, I know they say it a lot in other parts of the country. I mean, like Betty from Coronation Street, do you remember her? Someone would go, "Up, pop, Betty." She's got, "Yes, ducky." So, yeah, it's quite well known. But equally, I worked at a supermarket years ago, and on one of my first days on the till, there was a woman came through. She wasn't local, and I said, "Hey, hope you're alright, duck." And she went, "Pardon?" I said, "Oh, are you alright, duck?" And she went, "A dark? Why are you calling me a dark?" And I went, "Oh, right, okay, yeah, sorry, sorry." Anyway, so yeah, didn't get me in trouble. She wasn't offended, but could have been. She would be in 2024, wouldn't she? Anyway, yeah, that is our term. And duck is a very common thing in Derby, wherever you go. Shops, work, just wherever. It's duck, 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 honestly. It's great. We just say it like it's nothing. Does it sound strange? Probably does, but anyway. So yeah, that's the first one. The next one is a bit weather related, to be honest. Now, you probably imagine we say this a lot. This is England after all. Let's just say you are thinking about going out for a pint of milk. You're running out of milk, you need to go and get some more. So you take a look out the window. Just take a check of the weather. and you see that it's starting to get a little bit, probably going to rain later, we say, oh, hey up, it's a bit dark over our Freds, or a bit dark over our Bill's mothers. And what that basically means is it's going to rain later. The clouds are going quite dark, they're clearly coming your way, it's going to rain at some point. So that is what we would say there. I don't know where it comes from. I really don't. In fact, as a kid, I used to hear my nan and my mum say it. A bit dark over our Freds, and I used to think, who's Fred? We don't know a Fred. We're not related to a Fred. But yeah, that's it. It just means that it's going to rain in a bit. Okay, and the next one, again, this is said quite a lot all over the place, but Mardy. I know there's some parts of the country that do not know what Mardy means, and it basically just means that you are grumpy, particularly sulky, I think. To me, if I call someone Mardy, it's someone that's a bit sulky, a bit, poutedly, a bit, not happy with you. So yeah, Mardy. That's one for you. And the next one I am going to say is probably one that a lot of people use near the end of the day, and that is rate-tated. Rate-tated. That means, oh God, I'm knackered. You come in from a long day of work, you go and sit down, you go, I'm rate-tated, mate. Oh, where's my bed? So yeah, that's all it means. I have used it, not a lot. I mean, I just go, I'm knackered. I prefer the more grotesque term. Yeah, and this one actually might follow. The next one might follow someone going rate-tated. You go, you'll be rate. And that just means, oh, you'll be fine. And traditionally, you probably use that if, you can't be bothered with somebody. If you think somebody's tired when they don't deserve to be, you go, oh, you'll be rate. But again, it's not just for when someone's tired. You can say it for anything, just to imply, oh, you'll be fine, stop moaning. You're worrying about nothing, or you'll be right. So yeah, I've heard it a lot, as you can imagine. And next one is, sup with ya. Sup with ya. And that is what you might hear if you go round to someone's house and you are not quite yourself. What's up with you? Sup with ya. And normally you probably answer to that, you go, now. Oh, now, I'm fine. Leave me alone. But yeah, that's another one. Next one is Gorra Bag On. And again, this one kind of applies to if somebody's not quite themselves, especially if they're a bit moody, a bit grumpy. You go, what's up with him? And there's another one for you, sup with him. Like, what's up with him? Yeah, sup with him. Oh, he's got a bag on. Don't know either. He's got a bag on. And again, you probably say it if you don't think that what is wrong with him is a massive deal. If you just think, oh, it's drama. You go, oh, he's got a bag on. Leave him, be alright in a bit. But yeah, I've had that said about me a few times. And this next one is, again, weather related. This is England, we get rubbish weather. I'm well nesh. That just means I'm cold. But also, the word nesh, my mum uses this to me. If I say I'm cold and she's not, she goes, oh, you just nesh. So it can relate to somebody that is just naturally cold, someone that feels just a bit cold when it's not really that cold. But yeah, I'm nesh just means, oh, a bit cold, I have to get a jumper. Shut that window. But yeah, that's that one. And another one for the term cold is code. Code. Spelt it there? Code. So go in, tick code. That thing. I mean, why do we do this, us English? We walk down the street, we pass somebody, whether we know them or not, we go, hey, Owen, tick code. We go, yeah. Don't know I'm from Adam. Just talk about how cold it is. But yeah, in it code. That just means, isn't it cold? And again, we say it a lot. Except, of course, for the 2 weeks of summer we get, where all we do is moan that it's always too hot. Twat. Twat. Yeah, twat. Too hot. And what's next? Cob. Now, this is that massive national debate about what a bread roll is called. We call it a cob. Chip cob, ham cob, bacon cob, breakfast cob. Oh, you ever had a breakfast cob? They put literally a full English inside a big round thing like that. Oh, I've not had one in years. My dad used to bring them back from a cob van. There you are, cob van. Burger van, basically. He used to bring them home when he worked Saturdays. He used to work the odd Saturday morning when I was little, and he'd bring us them back, all wrapped in tinfoil. They were really nice. Not found one as nice since. But yeah, so that is what we call it. When that little picture comes up on Facebook and everybody starts arguing, I'm a Derby bloke, I go, it's cob. It's a cob. Move on. It's not a roll, it's not a bap or a batch or a bomb, it's a cob. I'm really territorial about that. And the next one, backwards and forwards. You probably work that one out for yourself. It sounds pretty much like it is. It means backwards and forwards. Now, you might say it if you're having a bit of a day, you know, things are getting on top of you, you're really busy, up and down the stairs, you're back and forth. You go, I don't know if I'm going backwards or forwards. It just means I'm going around like a blue arse fly, you know? And, yeah, you would also say it maybe like, you know, if you were trying to park the car in a ridiculous place, person in the passenger seat might go, make it go backwards. It was like, put it in reverse, try again, make it go back. So yeah, backwards and forwards. I hear them a lot, and they just sound like normal to me. I mean, if I heard someone go, oh, backwards, I think, oh, you're posh. You got a plan in your mouth. Anyway, yeah, that's backwards and forwards. The next one, put wood in hole. Sounds very wrong. Anyway, no, put wood in hole. It means shut the door. You little, you know, get a 14-year-old, they come in from school, they fling the bag, they just push the door. It doesn't quite click shut, but they push it. You go, hey, put wood in hole, will you? Letting all the heat out. Code. I'm right Nesh. See? That's how you do it. It's I've never really heard that one in my life. It's not one that I've really been exposed to. I don't really know why. I think it's more of an old-fashioned saying. It's probably a bit more of a Derbyshire, because I'm Derby. I'm quite much further down than Chesterfield and all them. That's Derbyshire. I'm much lower down and I'm quite close to the city where I live. So yeah, this is how I sound. It's how people around my way sound. Just common as malt. And another one that I was going to do it before. I've got a list here. It's my first time doing this. I need to be rehearsed. I've got a list. And yeah, the other one, it's quite funny actually. I like this one. And it's, is it worth out? And that means, is it worth anything? Is it valuable? So, say you got a relative, your grandparents or something, they got an old piece of furniture and they're showing it and you're going, oh, this was my mum's this. Yeah, it was my mum's, and you go, oh, is it worth out? You know, in case you get it when anything happens to them. Your first question isn't, oh, yeah, that's lovely, oh, where did they get it? It's, oh, is it worth out? No, worth a couple of bob. So but yeah, I like that one. I think that one's actually quite funny. And another one that's not on the list I've just remembered is get off on. Now, we used to hear this a lot when we were younger because my granddad used to say it to us. My nan and granddad have got 9 grandchildren. At one time, we were all under 18, all 9 of us. And my granddad was a long-distance lorry driver, and he could work away for 2-3 days at a time, sometimes longer. And when he came home, he'd have a case of beer under his arm, he'd have 200 cigarettes, and of course 4 or 5 of the grandkids would be in the front room, and all the man wanted to do was sit down, have his tea and have a bit of peace. He'd been on the road, sometimes in Europe even. And if we were being a bit loud, a bit noisy, he'd just get a bit fed up and go, right, get off home, go on. When you go home to gutter, go back to your mother. And mother, that's another one, we don't say mother, we say mother. It's, yeah, no, it wasn't that granddad didn't want to see his grandchildren. Of course it wasn't. He was, you know, working man. He'd been at work a lot, and most people they come home. He could be at work for unknown periods of time. So you know, it's understandable. I get it now. I remember as a kid thinking, oh, a bit rude, but now I totally get it, totally. But yeah, that's what he used to say to us. Go on, get off them. Go on, get out of it. So yeah, we heard that one. Not a lot, but enough. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that I've got written down. There are others, but I'm not entirely sure what some of them mean. Because again, some of them are from quite the northern side, and up there around that area, they do say thee and thou like they do in Yorkshire. My brother is he's married to a woman that's from Dronfield, and he sort of adapted it over the time they were together, because she sounds a bit like that, she's a bit northern, and he's kind of adapted it. They'll go, oh, what's the on about? And I'm like, don't forget where you're from. You're from Derby. Don't talk like that. Nothing wrong with it, of course there's not, but yeah. Mm. So, yeah, I mean, this has been it. I hope I've done well. I feel like I've done well. I'm not as nervous now as when I started. Um, but I do feel a bit self-conscious about uploading. But, well, if you've seen it, I obviously have, so it clearly wore off. But yeah, thank you for taking the time to have a look at this. And I hope you've learned a thing or two. You may not use it. I mean, Derby's a part of the country you're probably never going to want to go to. Although you should. It's a really interesting place. We've got a great history, and we are one of the most haunted cities, if that is an interest of yours. Lots of heritage, lots of history. It's a great place. I mean, I moan about it, like we all do about where we live, but it's not bad. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. So, yeah, that's it basically. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please do all the usual. You know, like, share, subscribe, comment. Please be kind. Because it's my first time doing this, I've got really bad confidence issues. And, yeah, it's taken a lot for me to do this. So, yeah, leave me something nice. You know, keep the nasty things away. Don't want them here. Mm-mm. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've kind of enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I mean, I really thought, honestly, I thought I was going to be clicking off and starting and stopping. But no, I've managed to do this all in one go, which is really great. So, thank you to everyone that has supported me to do this. And now that I've done one, what's to stop me from doing more? We shall see. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. It's been quite fun for me as well, exploring the local language. And yeah, just interact as much as possible. And also let me know where you're from, if there's any interesting slang that I might not know about. That could be fun. Leave it in the comments. Okay? So yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed it. I've said that about 9 times now. I'm so repetitive. But yeah, thank you again. It means a lot. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day/night, depending on when you're watching. Thank you. Bye bye.